Welcome back to Root and Restore, an Ayurvedic way of life. My name is Chloe, and I am so grateful you are here. Let's begin by pausing, simply breathing together. Inhaling slowly and exhaling gently. Allow your shoulders to soften, your jaw to unclench, and your mind to arrive in this moment. Feel your body relax. Let your body release. Today, we open with the Dhanvantari mantra, inviting healing into the mind and into the heart. We'll repeat it 3 times. Om Dhanvantara Murtaye Namaha. Om Dhanvantara Murtaye Namaha. Om Dhanvantara Murtaye Namaha. May the mind rest in clarity and the heart rest in peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace, Peace, Peace. Take one more soft breath in and let yourself settle in. Today we are going to talk about the gunas of the mind. In Ayurveda, the mind, manas, is shaped by 3 subtle qualities known as the gunas: Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. To understand them, I often imagine the mind as a beautiful lake. Not a distant lake, but a living, breathing lake inside each of us. When I think of Tamas, I think of the muddy lake. When Tamas is present, the lake becomes still in a heavy way. The water is thick, clouded, hard to see through. Nothing feels clear. Nothing feels easy. This is the mind in inertia, in confusion, in emotional heaviness. When the mind is like this, we may feel exhausted, unmotivated, disconnected, or even numb. But you need to remember, we don't feel these ways because we are broken, but because the waters of the mind have become stagnant. And this is where Ayurveda gently reminds us, Tamas is not an enemy. It is simply a state asking for light and gently asking for more movement. When we come to Rajas, I like to think of Rajas as the windswept lake. Here the lake is no longer muddy, but it is restless. Wind moves across the surface. Ripples become waves. The water is constantly shifting. Nothing settles long enough to become clear. This is the mind in overthinking, anxiety, urgency, emotional reactivity, and that constant doing. The lake is alive, but it is not peaceful. And so many of us live here in motion, in striving, in so much noise. Rajas too is not wrong. It is simply energy without stillness. And then we come to Sattva. the clear, quiet lake. The wind softens, the mud settles, the surface becomes still. The water is so clear, you can see straight to the bottom. Light reflects gently across the surface. Everything feels spacious, calm, whole. This is the sattvic mind. Clear, peaceful, compassionate, steady and deeply aware. Not empty, but quietly alive. Ayurveda teaches us that healing the mind is not about forcing change. It is about allowing the lake to settle until clarity naturally returns. Because beneath the mud, beneath the waves, the water was always clear. A few reflections from my own experiences over the past year. Through dreams, ceremonies, and pulse readings, I began to notice something changing within my own lake. The constant movement softened, the heaviness began to lift. Moments of stillness grew longer. This made me feel grounded, intuitive, aligned, a lot more able to hold emotional space, not just for others, but also myself. Healing the mind started to feel less like fixing and more like remembering. Remembering who I am beneath the noise, beneath the striving, and beneath the fear. Remembering the clear water that was always there. Here are a few practices for this week, helping you to help your lake settle. This week I invite you to care for your mind a little, as tenderly as you would for a quiet lake at sunrise. You might explore creating small moments of stillness in your day, reducing stimulation before sleep, nourishing yourself with simple sattvic foods, choosing music that softens the heart, speaking to yourself with kindness instead of criticism, allowing yourself deep, honest rest. Not dramatic changes, just gentle ripples of care. Because every small act of softness helps the waters settle. Let's take a nice, long, slow breath in and gently release the breath out. Imagine just for a moment that the lake within you is becoming still. The surface soft, the water clear, the light reflecting quietly. May your mind be steady. May your emotions be honored. May your inner world feel like home. Until next time, root and restore.